Alright guys, how's it going? Just came down to the plot and I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and do a video and show you guys what's been happening. It's such a lovely day, and I will be going to work in a minute, sadly, but yeah. So a few varieties I've got here. These are absolutely banging varieties to be growing outdoors. This is Campanile. Because I've got so much going on and so many things to eat, and then I'm not even able to eat the ones that I'm picking nowadays. I just don't protect these figs, guys, and I just let birds and nature have it. And then you can see here, and this one here is Ebon, and this here is Big Bikani, and this has been ripening for a while, as you can see here. I think this one's ripe and eaten by birds, of course, and I've got a few down there as well. So the idea is not having figs from these varieties now. I'm not really fussed about not being able to come down here, pick them or protect them with like organza baggies, and have pretty much all the crops that I can get off my trees. The way I see things are slightly different nowadays, because I had a revelation this year. Some of the apple varieties that I've been growing, most of them, as you know, they've been well over 7 to 8 years old now, and the trees in my back garden, they are well over 10 years, because most of these were planted when we bought the house. So our house is 11 years old now. Not the figs, of course. The top fruits like apples, pears, plums, what have you. Some of them have died as well. So the quality of fruits that I'm getting nowadays from my apple trees are unbelievable, unlike any fruits I've had before from these trees, and they're just so good. So it goes to show that when your tree mature, the fruits will get better, even if you're in the shittiest climate that you can imagine, that being where we are really in the UK to grow fruits. But yeah, I mean, I should say, well, I'm in the south, I should be all right with many fruits, but definitely not figs, olives, grapes, persimmons, even if we're in the south. Apart from few varieties that I just mentioned, most of these like Black Madeira KK, Col de Fare, Brojotto, Vero, even White Madeira, they all need greenhouses, guys. These are just being grown here in the hope that I'll have huge polytunnel or something here in about, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 years. I'll be still here, so I'm not in any rush. So why am I not in any rush? That's a good question, because I've got a tunnel down there on the other plot, and I've got a few greenhouses where I've got figs growing in pots, some of them in grounds protected within a tunnel or a greenhouse, so I can still taste all these varieties from my smaller trees in pots. And these are like my spares. Oh well, some of these like Michurinska green here, I don't have one in a pot, so I'm hoping that some of these will ripen out. That was supposed to be an early variety, so hopefully when they get mature, like I talked about the apple trees, they will give us some nice fruit. Same goes with these trees. When they get bigger and stronger, birds can only eat so much, so we'll eat the rest. So that's the idea, if that makes any sense. By the way, you guys are more than welcome to come down here, and just let me know when you want to come around. I'm usually tied up with my shifts. I mean, me and Wesley try to organize meet, but it's just really difficult to work around my shifts and 3 kids, childcare and everything, because me and my wife, we both work in emergency services, and we just can't. We both work full time, by the way. We just it's really difficult to fit anything else other than our work and family life into. Yeah, so achieved the Argentile. I don't think I gave you guys an update. I've been picking few figs of it. I posted few photos on Instagram. Some of the figs have been eaten by birds or mice or what have you. I don't really care anyway. I'll eat these. These two are good to eat, so I'll pick them. The peach trees, yeah, I mean, from next year, the red flesh one, as good as it is, they're not really for the table. They're for cooking, I believe. And I know you can eat them, but they're not as sweet as the your normal peaches, if that makes sense. Some people love the tart flavor of it. For me personally, I prefer a bit towards the sweeter side, so I like sweet things. So I do have these 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a white peach, as in the skin is white, not just the flesh. So that'll be interesting to see. There is a video on YouTube posted by someone from Finland, I believe. She's growing in greenhouse, of course, and yeah, she's had some cracking looking fruits, my guys. Go and have a look. Just Google ice peach or something and it should come up. And I got my garden tools just lying there. I need to pick them up. So yeah, I'm quite satisfied with this tunnel. I'm hoping these citrus survive. They've grown really well. I've been watering them regularly and it shows. I fertilized a few times as well. The grapefruit is struggling a bit, but once it's, like I said, going back to the apple story again, once they put their roots down, they will get big, they will get better. And that's what it's all about. You need to let your tree get mature. Don't expect great things in the first couple of years. Just a bit like this fig tree here. This fig tree would have ripened all of its crop by now, but it was hit by a late frost, I believe. But they are still ripening. We still got a couple of weeks left anyway, and then that's about it. I had lots of brabas from this, so I'm not complaining. It's not really old. It's probably about 6 years old, but we had beautiful brabas of it. And last year, if you recall, I picked a lot of main crops from it as well. And going back to where we started, let me just quickly shut this tunnel. The plan for this plot is I'm gonna get rid of most of the greenhouses. I'll keep a few for growing grapes. So I've got a grape in that greenhouse down there. These greenhouses, these 6x8 greenhouses, they're not big enough for figs, guys. You can grow them in pots, but certainly not in ground. Oh, by the way, just an update of my experiment. Oh, not really an experiment, that's how you're supposed to grow anyway. Just whack a few Pontet Fraser cuttings in there and a couple of Smith, and then after I've done that, I had few tips left which I dumped in a pile of compost, and they even grew. So it just shows how easy it is to grow figs, guys, from cutting. And the nail sticking up, the most dangerous thing you can have in a plot. Yeah, and unfortunately, just a bit like last year, these fig trees here haven't grown at all. I just don't understand why. And this one here is Emelin's Purple, and that's the only tree I've got. I can see a few figs ripening in that greenhouse, so I will keep this greenhouse because I quite like that greenhouse. I got a huge Smith in there, so potentially I'll get rid of everything else and just keep the Smith and focus on that. These greenhouses, 3 of them, they're all going to be sold. I don't want it. These 2 greenhouses, they will stay because, like I said, I've got a nice grapevine growing in there, and then so I'm just gonna utilize the space for the grape. It's a seedless grape as well. So I think if you're spending your time and money and effort in growing grapes, you should really look into growing seedless varieties. I know seeded ones are the ones are true to type and what have you, but do they taste good? So we picked pretty much all the Candy Crisp apple, but like I said about the apples, guys, look at the size of these monsters. I mean, they're just something else. I know I've been picking, I've only dropped a few, and these are the ones that I picked and dropped on the floor because they've been either bitten by birds or something, or pecked by birds, of course. And yeah, just look at the size of that one. I'm probably gonna eat it now. I think it's ready. Yeah, it's ready. Absolutely delicious. Now I also wanted to show you guys something else. Look at that. Who would have thought that? Right? Pawpaw. And I've got one more somewhere here, just there. So these are not ripe yet, so I'll give it a few more days. I think you've got to wait till they drop. So any pawpaw experts watching this, just let us know what to do and I will follow your advice. Pomegranate, I don't even know why I'm growing this. I'm not gonna do anything here for us. Yeah, so just really a quick rambling around, guys. I know some of you like to watch my videos, and yeah, Wesley, definitely rhubardo and Verde Paso are different, mate, for sure, because you've seen the photos. They're not the same fig. I think guy who discovered it or sent it across, he messed up. I believe the one Wesley got is rhubardo and mine's Verde Paso, or unless it's proven otherwise, but yeah, they're different figs for sure. And yeah, the peach still hasn't recovered, so hopefully it will recover next year, or if not, I'll just cut it down, no biggie. And yeah, I need to finish this structure at some point. And we got some really nice varieties here, guys. Got Porcuenca Negra. These are all Pons varieties, by the way. They're never gonna ripen outdoors, but you still grow them. And yeah, I'm gonna be shaping all these trees this year in winter. Single stem, 2 to 3 branches, all of them staked. So I've already ordered stakes from Blackmore Nursery. So if you need tree stakes, go and order from Blackmore Nursery. They've got really good price. And yeah, thank you for watching.